due to recent allegations posed by one Jesse Bode. The Cool J's have been accused of clickbaiting in the third degree. I am here on behalf of the Cool J's to prove the allegations false in the court of law. The allegations against the Cool J's stem from testimony of two key individuals, Jesse Bode and HackerBruh420, both of which claim the video they watched was 61 seconds according to the link shown on YouTube. The Cool J's had earlier claimed the video was 60 seconds, and I intend to prove that claim correct. It is of my opinion that neither Bode nor Bruh420 are lying, as John of the Cool J's did collaborate the 61-second story. However, all three of them have been misinformed, and I can prove it using Exhibit A. This photograph of the video in question. For those less informed, the way YouTube plays videos is simple. The number on the left describes how far into the video you are. As you can see, my photograph is 21 seconds in. However, what I'm really interested in is the number on the right. This represents the length of the video. As you can see, the number says 1, meaning 1 minute, or 60 seconds, exactly what the Cool J's claim. In the testimonies of Bode and Bruh420, they claimed the video was 61 seconds based solely on this number. The purpose of this photograph is to discredit the validity of this number. I don't believe it's possible to call the Cool J's guilty solely because of this number. And if it is possible, my photograph proves they're innocent, because it says 1 minute, or 60 seconds. Again, exactly what they claimed. In the end, there's no indisputable way to determine whether it's correct to believe my photograph or the testimonies of Bode/Bruh420. As such, I move that all evidence pertaining to the YouTube window number, included but not limited to the testimonies of Bode and Bruh420, the confirmation of John from the Cool J's, and the photograph I submitted earlier to be stricken from the court record. Earlier, I said that I intend to prove the video in question was indeed 60 seconds, even if the evidence casting most of the suspicion on the Cool J's has been cleared. I still plan to do so. I would like to draw the court's attention to Exhibit B, Microsoft Windows. Microsoft Windows is an incredibly popular operating system used by millions of Americans, including Jeffrey of the Cool J's. I have with me the computer that was used to upload the video in question. One of the main features of Windows is the ability to explore files stored on the hard drive and list information about each file. In fact, we can actually use Windows here to list some information about the video in question. The link of the video, for example, is listed right here. And I'm sure you figured out where I'm going with this by now, but it does indeed say 1 minute, which corroborates the Cool J's story. Normally, this would be a pretty decisive piece of evidence. However, as this case has faulty evidence involving numbers before, I decided to interview Jeff of the Cool J's about this piece of software right here. Apparently he uses it to edit the Cool J's videos, and he used it for this one as well. From this interview, I dug up Exhibit C, this number right here. To quote Jeff himself, that number displays where the last clip on the timeline ends. It's super annoying, because sometimes I'll be all like, yo, I'm almost done, and then check the number and there'll be 3 more hours of footage to go through. While Jeff finds this number annoying, I find it crucial to this case. Of course, as you'd expect, the last clip on the timeline for this video would be the last clip that was shown in the actual video. Meaning, this is the exact length of the video that we are working with here. By now, you've almost certainly noticed that the number is indeed 1 minute 14 frames, or 60 seconds 14 frames. A frame is 1/30th of a second, and we can ignore these because any fraction of a second can't be claimed as a second. For example, if you pour a glass of milk and you still have a sip of milk in the jug, you couldn't claim to have 2 glasses of milk, but you most certainly could claim to have 1. And we have the same situation here, except we've poured 60 glasses of milk and we have 1 sip left in the jug. We can't claim to have 61 glasses of milk, but we most certainly could claim to have 60, which is again exactly what the Cool J's did. With these 3 pieces of evidence, I believe I have presented more than adequate proof of the Cool J's innocence and call for a verdict of not guilty immediately.